Hey guys, this video is all about how to grow and take care for the marigold. See, if you want to grow the marigold in the summer season, then I would recommend you to go for the French marigold, and if you want to grow the marigold in the winter season, that time then please go for the either African marigold or even the French marigold. Right now the time is the September. I know this is the month of the July, but I grew them in the month of the September, and that's why I grew the African marigold. As you can see, these are the African marigold seedlings, and in this video I am going to show you everything. I mean, from transplanting from this stage to until lots of flowering. So please make sure to watch the full video, because at the end of the video you are going to see lots of blooms, including the French marigold as well. To grow the marigold, again I am saying these are the African marigold seedlings. I am going to use 5 inches of plastic pot. See, you can definitely use the bigger pot, but if you are let's say you are transplanting after buying from the nursery, then please don't use it too bigger sizes of pot. Alright, let's say the plant was in a 6 inches of plastic pot, that time please go for the either 8 inches or even like 10 inches would be fine, but please don't go for 12 inches or even the 14 inches. You can also see that my pot has lots of drainage holes, so I just kept broken pieces of the clay pot on the drainage holes so that water can drain out well. So please make sure that your pot has at least one drainage hole, and keep some hard object on the drainage hole so that water can drain out well. You can also see that I have almost prepared my potting soil mix, and for that I am taking 50% of normal garden soil, 25% of river sand, and other 25% of vermicompost. Please note that marigolds would be doing fine in any kind of soil, but if you are growing in any container, then I would highly recommend you to use at least 20 to 25% of either compost or even vermicompost to the potting soil mix. Next, it's time to mix everything. Now filling the pot, and while filling the pot, please press the soil very gently to get rid of the air pockets. I would also like to pre-wet the soil a bit, because see, the seedlings are really very small, and I am a bit worried that I might hurt the seedlings if I water them later. But definitely you can water your seedlings just after transplanting. While transplanting, please make sure not to bury the main stem. Obviously you can bury the stem, as marigolds are really very easy to grow from the cuttings, but I am not going to do that because seedlings are really very small. And I would recommend, I mean, if you are also growing this kind of seedlings, that time please don't bury the main stem and keep the soil level how it was. As you can see, everything is done, and now I am going to keep them in my balcony. And please note that my balcony gets only the afternoon sunlight from around 1:30 to 2 p.m. But if possible, please try to provide your marigolds the whole day of sunlight, as they need lots of sunlight. So now please keep watching, and I would be updating the video very soon. Hey guys, updating the video exactly after 1 month, and this is how my marigold plants are looking. I agree that they are not growing the way they should be, and this is happening because of lack of sunlight. And that's why I would say this again, see, if possible, please try to provide them whole day of sunlight. Today I am updating the video mainly because of 2 reasons, and the first one is, see, I would be fertilizing my plants today, and the second one is I can already see the roots on the stem, and that's why I would be adding new fresh potting soil mix on the top. But if you don't want to do this, I mean adding the soil again, then you don't have to do that. This is not that necessary, but I am going to do it because I can see the roots. You can also see that one of my plant is already damaged, and this is done by the sparrows, as I have lots of sparrows in my balcony. Before fertilizing, I am just loosening up the soil a bit. Next, I am going to apply 2 grams of mustard cake powder as a fertilizer. 2 gram would be almost equal to half teaspoon. But if you don't have the mustard cake powder at your home, please don't worry, because I am going to give you many more alternatives. For the fresh soil, whatever soil I am going to add on the top, I am taking this way 80% of vermicompost and 20% of normal garden soil. I have already mixed them together and now I am going to apply it. And please note that if you don't have the mustard cake powder, you can do a mixture of these two things, 80% of vermicompost and 20% of fresh garden soil, and apply on your plant. You can apply nearly 50 to 100 grams per pot, and you can do it once in a 30 to 40 days. I am also going to discuss about the chemical fertilizers, and that's why just please keep watching, and you can apply any kind of fertilizers, either organic or the chemical fertilizers. Updating the video on day 39, and you can see that my marigold plants are about to bloom. Now this is really very exciting, and let me tell you one other important thing here. See, if you want your marigold plants to look more bushier, that time you can simply pinch the first bud, but this is really very difficult thing to do for me, and that's why I am not going to do that. But in case if you are looking for a much bushier plants, you can simply pinch the first bud if you like to. Updating the video exactly after 70 days, and this is what I was expecting and promising to show you at the beginning part of the video. On the left two columns I have the African marigolds, and you can see that they are blooming really nicely. Just take a look at the size of the blooms. It's really huge and they are just blooming in a nice way. On the very right column I have the French marigold, and they are also blooming nicely. Since this is the end part of the video, let us discuss few important things very quickly. So the first important thing is sunlight, and I have already said you many times about the sunlight requirements of marigolds, so I am not going to repeat it again. The second important thing is fertilizing. I have also shown you how I fertilized my plants, but again, if you want to apply the chemical fertilizers, that time you can apply DAP crystals, and for this kind of pot you can apply near about 5 to 6 DAP crystals once in 20 to 25 days. To apply the DAP, it's really very simple. Only you have to do is just keep the crystals surrounding the pot, and after watering, the DAP crystals would get dissolved in the water, and that way the plant would be getting the required nutrients. Please note that for these two plants I applied the DAP crystals, and you don't have to worry about applying chemical fertilizers because they would be blooming well and your plants would be doing fine. Nothing to be worried about. The next important thing is proper watering. See, in the winter season you can take time and let the top 1 inch soil dry out in between watering. Please be very careful, and if you are going to give your marigolds too much water, I am talking about the winter season, that time you may find curly leaves on your plants. So please be very careful. However, in the summer season you may have to water your plants once in the morning and once in the evening, in case if your plants are getting the whole day of sunlight. So just water your plants according to the season, and I am sure that your plants are going to bloom nicely. For any kind of pest attack, you can apply neem oil, and I do have a video where I have shown the exact procedure. You can watch that video simply clicking on the I button on top right corner, or you can get the link to that video in the description box as well. The last important thing, this is a common diseases found on marigolds, which is the curly leaves. Luckily I have one video where I have shown how you can treat your marigold plants in case if your plants are behaving the similar way. If you are also getting the curly leaves on your plants, nothing to be worried about. Just watch that video and you are going to find the solution. So guys, this is all about how to grow and care for the marigolds, and I really hope that I have covered everything. But still, if you have any questions or you believe that I missed any important things, please write down below and I would get back to you as soon as possible. I really hope you found this video useful. If you did, please don't forget to like the video, share the video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Thank you once again for taking your valuable time to watch the video. I really appreciate it. Have a great day and enjoy.